Tagul is a word art creation website where you can create cool pieces of word art, the example you see here. If you go down to the bottom of this stem page, you'll notice the link. This video is going to show you how to log in and create right away, or log in and create an account. The only thing you have to do from the 4th grade website is click on this logo. Once you click on that logo, it's going to take you directly to the WordArt Tagul page. The easiest and simplest way to start creating is just by clicking the green Create Now key button right here. There's also another one up here next to the Sign Up and Login link. I'm going to click Create Now. When I do that, it's going to immediately open up an already created Tagul page. And then I can just get started. The only thing bad about using a guest login is you'll only be able to save it to your desktop. It won't save any of your work once you do this. X out of the page. Once you're out of the page, if you didn't save it, you're going to lose all of your work. So let's go over the second option, which is creating account or logging in with Google. Once again, you start by clicking the logo. After you've clicked on the logo, instead of just clicking Create Now, you can click Sign Up or Log In. By clicking Sign Up, they're going to give you a couple different options. The easiest way for students to log in would be using their Google account. When logging in with Google, you'll be prompted for your username or your email and your password. You do not have to type them here like Mr. Panza has, but just so you're aware, your username is your first name, underscore your last name, then @ConostagaValley.org. Your password is your 101 or your 102 number with a 0 in front of it. You can get to that page by clicking the Log In with Google key here. You'll be taken to a page that looks like this, only they'll ask you for your username, and that's where you type first underscore last @ConostagaValley.org. For Mr. Panza, fortunately, all I have to do is click on my name, because once you've created an account, it will generally log you right in and take you to the password page, which is here. This is where you type your 0101 number. So if my 101 number was 1011234, my password would be 01011234. That's not my actual password, but I'm going to type in my password here. And when I do, I press Next. Once I've pressed Next, I'll be logged into Tagul with all of my word art saved. In this case, I'm ready to create a new piece of word art, so I click Create. And it takes me to a page that you should be familiar with. If you remember, when we logged in as a guest, all we had to do was click on this link here, and when we did that, it took you directly to a page that allows you to just create any type of word art as a guest. How do you do that? You click on Create Now. Once you click on Create Now, it will take you here. The same exact page that we were just at when we were ready to create a new piece of word art when we were logged in. So if students aren't comfortable with or familiar with their username and password, all they'll have to do is click the link at the Smoketown site, click the green Create link, that green link is at the Tagul site, and start typing the words. After you've logged in, you're ready to create. Normally, Tagul will give you a default, meaning they've got a couple of general words in here that you can either eliminate or delete, meaning remove. After you click on it, you can remove a word, or you can just type over the words. So what I'm going to do is start typing new words in. Because this is a Tagul about me, I'm going to put my name. And I can put things about me. Now you'll notice I don't have any more words, but once you click off of it, it will immediately generate a new place for you to type another word. Remember, each time you click off of a word, it will generate a new one, but if you wanted to add one, you could also click Add. You get the idea. You just continue to add words. Now let's take a look at some features. Because I want this word, my name, to be the biggest one, I'm going to change the size. I can also change the color just by clicking on color and then clicking apply. I can change the angle, which really doesn't factor in unless you're logged in. The angle would change, and the font, if you wanted to change to a different font for this word. You can do that with every single one of these. You're not going to see what it's going to look like until you click this Visualize button. When you click Visualize, it will take a couple of seconds to load, but once it does, it shows you what your word art will look like. Then I can continue editing. Maybe I don't like this oval shape. Click on Shapes, and it will give you different shapes that you can choose from that will then place your words into that shape. I'm going to go with this shock-faced emoji here. Once I click on it, remember, it will not show up until I click Visualize. Once I do that, a couple of seconds later, it's like a save button, and there is my new word art. I can also change fonts by clicking on the font link. When I do that, it shows me what the actual fonts look like, and I can click on them and then apply them to different words. I can change the layout, so instead of words just going left to right, I could make them going all over. I could cross words, they could go random. And I can also change the style, whether it's word colors, color emphasis, background image, background color, animation speed, or rollover text. These are all different tools in WordArt or Tagul that you can then make sure that you're utilizing. After you've made any changes, make sure you click Visualize. A couple of seconds, and it will show your saved work. If you logged in as a guest, which again means all you did was came to this link, clicked on the link, clicked Create Now, and started creating a Tagul that way, in order to share it, you're not logged in, so you only have two options. Let me show you those options. Option number one, copy a link. The way you do that is by clicking the share button, clicking where it says link, and when you get this piece of information here, click copy to clipboard. All that's really doing is copying the web address that you can now share it. In order to share it, you'll want to open a Google Doc, like I did here. I've named it Tagul Address, and all I have to do is go Edit and Paste. There's the address. That way, when you share it with your teacher will be able to come here, click on the link, and it will take your teacher directly to your word art. Notice that it says it was done by a guest. The other way to share your finished Tagul as a guest is by downloading the piece. In order to download, you click Download. I would suggest downloading it as a JPEG. That is a standard picture form. You could also download it as a PNG, which is a picture form, or a PDF. The other versions may be a little tricky depending on who you're sending it to. When you click Standard JPEG, it's going to download at the bottom of the website. When you click on it, it will open up for you in a regular photo gallery. You can now save this to your desktop by making a copy. Once you've made a copy, you have successfully saved your Wordle as a guest. If you were logged in, however, you wouldn't get this error message when you click Save. When you click Save, you'll notice if you're not logged in, it's going to suggest that you do log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in and show you what happens when you do save this word art. Now that I'm successfully logged in, and I can tell because I see my username up here, it has transferred my guest art to my saved art. I can click on it. It will show me the exact word art that I had, and any changes I make, for example, let's say I take this word teacher, and I change the color so that it's red, and I apply it, and now I save it. It will say your word art has been successfully saved. That way, anytime I log back into Tagul and I see Mr. Panza name art, I'll click on it, it will open it, and I have it saved. I don't have to worry about it disappearing after I exit Tagul.